Hello, Coach Anthony here. And make sure you click the link below and understand that this video is for success-minded people, mind, body, and soul. And so, what I want to talk about is our third video on our video series of being all in. And what does that look like? And I believe all in is, I went back in the second video, going back on the second video, and I was talking about the fact of an overnight success. Different cliches that has been mass marketed since we were kids. Readers are leaders. There's so many different cliches that are out there, but one of them is the fact that we have he or she was an overnight success. And that's a lie. Now, readers are leaders. No, I believe that's truth. But overnight success, no, there's never been an overnight success. Never. So if you have that type of thinking and you feel like, this person was an overnight success, or I don't care what age they are or what you may think, but they're not an overnight success. They've been working on this craft for however long, and they've been working on this craft on the weekend. They've been working on this craft tirelessly, right? They've engulfed themselves in this craft. They've engulfed themselves in this passion to be whatever you deem as successful, or whatever I deem as successful. Well, I see success in many ways. Successful people to me, definitely is the ones that probably is universally successful to others, right? So, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Magic Johnson, LeBron James, Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson, Sylvester Stallone. I mean, the list goes on, right? And there's so many people, right, that are very, 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 very ultra successful in the things that they do. And so, how do they become successful, right? Obviously, they're not an overnight success. And an argument came up that I saw on some clip that I was watching on YouTube. And a person was talking about, well, yeah, how is it that Michael Jackson was an overnight success? He was only 9 years old, or Stevie Wonder, right? I think it was like 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10 years old when he hit it. But the fact of the matter is that they were practicing. They were going to learn more about their craft throughout the week. And they were going to audition after audition after audition after audition did I tell you, after audition after audition, when all their friends, right, but as kids, right, because kids deserve, I guess, not to work hard or work towards their passion, right? They're supposed to go to elementary, then to high school, then to college, and that's the way it's supposed to work out. That's success. And no. Success doesn't have a certain pathway. Okay, at least that's my opinion. And obviously, in these two lives, that has it. But there's many lives where I've understood that this doesn't have a certain pathway. There's many different pathways to success. But to be successful, you have to be all in, 100%. Right? So they weren't overnight successes at all, not even close. LeBron James, right? There was an argument that he came into the league at I think it was 17 years old, 16 years. I forgot what. I think it's 17 years old or 18 years old or whatever, right? And then at 15 years old or 16 years old, he was on Sports Illustrated, and they said that he was already better than, at that time, the best basketball player in the NBA, which was in his prime, Kobe Bryant. And they label him an overnight success. No, he was on his craft for 15 years, right? If you were to look back at the tapes, if they had the tapes, you would see whoever it was that was taking care of him having a basketball in his hand from when he was a baby, all the way through, from going from camp to training to having coaches to listening to the coaches, for him shooting shots before he went to school. While all the other kids were sleeping, he was shooting 1,000 or 2,000 shots. Then after practice, then he go to school the whole day, and then after practice, he would shoot 2,000 more shots, right? All this stuff isn't, really stated, or for the main thing is that people won't do that in their certain field because they feel like they're entitled. Let me tell you why they feel like they're entitled. It's because most people, when it starts to get hard in their passion, when enough people continue to say no to them, they start to listen to that, right? Or they start saying sadly no to themselves, and they give up on something within 4 months. or even within a year, right? Something that they say that they love, but that the question is, did the person really love it? Because if you really loved it, then you would stay in it no matter what. Like I said on the last video, you would stay in it until it went big, or until it went successful to you, whatever success means, right? And I always want to state that, because your success may be different than my success and different than other people's success. But the fact of the matter is you got to understand and know what that success is for you. Be all in, be 100% entrenched in that, and then go in that. Let the fuel of that success take you through audition after audition. Let it fuel you through workout after workout. Let it fuel you through, failure after failure after failure after failure after failure after failure, all the way up until, how many failures it takes. Newton failed 1,000 times, over 1,000 times, but he didn't look at it that way. He looked at it as a learning experience to make the bulb that needed to be made. Dr. Seuss, there's so many, but the fact of the matter is just stay in on your passion, because the world needs your passion, and the world needs you to understand that you're worth it. But you have to understand that you're worth it to go through your passion. So I just want to thank you so much. Go ahead and click on the link below. You have a great night. You just think about Gene like an artist, or maybe some artist of some sort. Maybe a painter or something.